Hello, second grade. Welcome back to another week of remote learning for us. We are switching our focus from telling time to showing data with pictographs. Whew, super exciting. I really can't wait to get into these because I'm a big data guy. I love graphs because they are very visual. We can all see them, and there's a lot of cool stuff that we can do with graphing. Now, we're going to hop right into it with some stuff that we've learned last year, and we're going to add some second grade stuff into it right now. So first, we're going to go over what a pictograph is. So let's look over here at some data that we have from this past week, actually, when we did a movie together. So we're taking a look at graphing data. And we recently had a Friday movie, and we did this with a vote, right? We all voted on our top three, which were Toy Story 4, Up, and Inside Out. So this is going to be our visual that's going to show all of the data that we have collected. All right, so I'm looking back at Google Classroom, and I can see that 5 people voted for Toy Story 4, 7 people voted for Up, and 5 people voted for Inside Out. Looking back at Google Classroom, we're going to tally up the votes that we had for each of these: Toy Story 4, Up, and Inside Out. And this is usually how we collect data. You know, I've done this on the whiteboard before when we do votes, so we'll just do it right here real quick. So for Toy Story 4, we had 5 people vote, and we're going to use tally marks to show that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one line across shows a 5 set. Next one is 7 for Up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Set of 5 and a 2. And then lastly, Inside Out, which got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the line across makes 5. Oops. There we go. So this is how we would originally collect all of our data, when all of you would vote by raising your hands in the class or by going through Google Classroom, and we did it that way. Now this isn't very visual for a lot of us. Some of us it makes sense, but it's usually a little bit more fun if we turn this into a picture and really represent all of our data that we have right here that you guys collected. So let's head back to our pictograph, and we can start adding to it. And pictographs are just using pictures to show the data. So the data from this side is just what you guys voted for a movie. And we use tally marks to show it. But now we're going to use more of a symbol or a picture. And what's super important is showing that data and what the symbol is. So down here at the bottom, this is called our key. This is how you read our pictograph. And I'm saying that an X like this equals 1 vote. So we're going to be kind of changing from tally marks to X's as a way to show. So I've got a title right here telling me all about this. I've got labels right here showing the 3 choices. So let's go ahead and do it. And it looks like I used brown, so I'll use the same color. So for Toy Story 4, we have 5. So we're going to put 5 X's right in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For Up, we had 7, so a bit more. I might go a little bit further. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, a little bit over. That's okay. But notice how I lined them up so that they all have a buddy for this graph, so that when we look at it, we can see that Up definitely had more. A lot more. We had 2 extra, right? They all sort of have a buddy going up and down, because that's how we want to represent our data. And then Inside Out, we can look back at our data. We only had 5. So those 5 and these 5 down here are going to line up with 1, 2, 3, 4, those 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just taking a quick look at this, we can definitely see that Up had the most. And look at that, we had a tie for second place for Inside Out and Toy Story 4. Now, this is just one way that we can use a pictograph. I, for example, like to use symbols, like X's. X's are great. You could choose to use something like smiley faces, hearts, squares, circles, any shape. You don't want your symbol to be too complex that it takes you a very long time to make your graph. But you also want it to be interesting enough for other people and for you, because you're the ones making these graphs. And we'll be doing some graph making later in the week. All right, I'm going to send myself into the corner, and we're going to be taking a look at a couple more graphs. So looking on my screen, I'm showing our pictographs, and this is one that I grabbed off of Google. And this could be a class vote, for example, of third grade and their favorite fruit. So looking at the graph, we see that we have a title showing favorite fruit. Our labels are pictures. Looks like we have apple, pear, grapes, and bananas. And down here, most importantly, we have our key. We know what each one of these smiley faces represents. So we know that each smiley face is one vote. So we can go ahead and fill in the data that they may have already used to make the pictograph. So for apples, we want to know how many apple votes were there. So we can see them and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people for apples. I would almost agree with them. I do have my own personal favorite up here. Then pears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grapes, which are my favorite. Only 2. 1, 2. And then bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can look at this data and see what was the most popular fruit. If we want most popular, we need to see the most votes, right? So for that, we would say apples. All right, what's the least favorite? So we're looking for the least amount of votes. Definitely the grapes, right? And then we can even answer questions about like how many people voted in this classroom. In order to do that, you need to add up all of the votes all together. So 10 plus 7, got you 17. Add 2 more, 19. Add 6, 25. So 25 people in total voted. And we can get all of that from reading these graphs and looking at that data. Now, let's say you guys voted. You guys voted a little bit differently. And we're using our second grade skills to build a pictograph. So now we're throwing in some second grade skills in here. Notice that it looks a little bit different than the first one. I'll show you the first one again. 1 vote equaled a smiley face. You might notice that now I'm saying 2 votes equals a smiley face. So this would be a big second grade class. So let's try to fill in this data first. We know that each smiley face is 2 votes, so we should be skip counting by 2s when we are counting all of this up. All right, so let's start with apples. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So we're saying that there are 20 votes for the apple. Remember, 2 votes for each smiley face now. We've changed the key. Again, maybe a really big second grade class, right? And for pears, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Now, interesting. I'm noticing a half smiley face in here. What do you think the half smiley face would represent if we know a full smiley face is 2? I think you're right. I think if we take 2, we cut it in half, it would be 1, right? So half a smiley face probably equals 1 vote, right? So that's another way that we could look at the key as well. So 1 vote is actually just half a smiley face. Okay, so let's count it. 2, 4, plus 1 of the halves is 1, so that's 5. And the last one, bananas. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, plus 1 is 13. Wow. Maybe that could be Mr. D's second grade and first grade. we're looking at 2 grades right here, right? Because that's a lot of people. So let's figure out how many people are in those 2 classes. So we're going to take 20, add 14, 34. We'll add 5 more, 39. And let's add 13 to 39. Think about it. You could take 1 away from 13. That'll make 40. Leaves you with 12. Add your 10. 50. Add the last 2. 52. That'd be 52 students in those 2 grades. All right. So today you're going to be doing a little bit more practice with pictographs. And on IXL and Dreambox, there are some interesting options for practicing graphing. Later in the week, we're going to be doing a lot more hands-on with graphing, so we'll put on our thinking caps and come up with some cool stuff to work on. All right, enjoy 2nd grade. You got this.